Fear the man, the Slenderman, for he can do what no one can.
Slenderman, like, who is this guy? Where is he? What is he? Well, he's an internet-generated monster, and he seems to appear in just the most random places that you could imagine. Alright, so back in 2009, right, there's a man by the name of Eric Knudsen, aka Victor Surge. So what he did, he uploaded photos to the internet forum called Something Awful under the thread title Create Paranormal Images. Now his black and white images showed this mysterious tall figure in the background. Obviously these images were completely fake. They were actually part of a challenge in which users were asked to create photoshopped images of paranormal things. Now, there was one user by the name of Slidebite. He pretty much prophesied that this was gonna happen. He said, you just know a couple of the good ones are gonna eventually make it to paranormal websites and be used as genuine. And yeah, he definitely was right, because we hear stories of how he has mastered the art of stalking people, as well as he traumatizes and abducts children. And actually, in real life, he's even convinced children to commit awful crimes just to satisfy him.
Two 12-year-old girls allegedly stabbed their friend 19 times. Their alleged inspiration, this, a quest to please this fictional and, quite honestly, creepy Slenderman.
So in this episode of FTD News in History, I'm going to take a look at the origins of Slenderman. My name is Leroy Kenton, if you guys don't already know, and yeah, you guys could probably tell this video is a little bit different because, you know, I'm not actually in the video. Why? Leroy, where are you? Are you a ghost? Were you abducted by Slenderman? No, I'm alive, I'm good, I'm well. I just like trying new things. Now, you know, I'm always asking questions, so I gotta ask you guys before I continue. What was the scariest thing that has ever happened to you?
Remember we tried to find Slenderman?
Trying to find who?
Slender.
Who's Slenderman?
He's this tall, faceless man who preys on children.
So, Slenderman, he's often described as a supernatural figure, and he's depicted as a very abnormally thin, skinny guy with no facial features, and he's always wearing a black suit. Sometimes he even has tentacles coming out of his back, and he has very pale white skin. Now, the legend says that he can cause people to have memory loss, he can put them in coughing fits, and this is actually referred to as slender sickness, and we all know that he's very infamous for stalking people to drive them mad. But like, I swear, this character got so popular, like he's featured in real news stories, and even a version of Slenderman called Enderman was actually built into the game Minecraft.
Like an Enderman. Enderman. Whoop, 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 whoop. Enderman.
Parsec Productions made a Slenderman game called Slender the 8 Pages. And pretty much the main goal of the game is to just like outsmart and outrun Slenderman. He just pops up out of nowhere. Like, I mean, I've played it, and you know, the first couple times playing it like after dark, especially like down in the basement, it's super creepy. After that, it's just like, what the hell am I doing, man? I'm just gonna go make some YouTube videos, like waste my time playing this dumb game, shoot. Anyways, even though Slenderman has been debunked and just proven time and time again that is completely fake. People have actually killed because of Slenderman. Probably the most famous crime committed in the name of Slenderman happened back in 2014 on May 31st. Now this was down in Wisconsin. So there's these two girls that decided to stab their friend a total of 19 times.
There were so many stab wounds, it took 2 nurses to count them, 19 in all.
The two girls, Anissa Ware and Morgan Geyser, they said that they're trying to kill their friend named Peyton Lutner because Slenderman was stalking them and threatened their families.
He was my only friend for a long time because...
Why would you hurt your only friend?
It was necessary.
Now, on the evening of Friday, May 30th, they ended up heading back to Morgan's house for a sleepover. So what they did, right, is that they actually planned the way that they were going to kill their friend and the exact time it was going to happen. They were planning to stab Peyton at exactly 2 a.m. and they were going to cover her mouth with duct tape and then stab her in the neck and then pull the covers over her. And then they would run away. That was their brilliant plan. They actually didn't kill her that night.
They had originally planned to kill their friend that night in Morgan's house.
But for some reason, at that moment, the girls changed their minds.
Now this is where it just gets twisted, because Morgan told the police that they didn't kill her that night because they wanted to give the victim one more day. Now on the Saturday, May 31st, 2014, they actually had a new plan, and this plan was to stab her in the bathroom at one of the parks nearby, but they actually ended up attacking Peyton in the woods during a game of hide and seek. Now, Anissa had told the cops that they wanted to become puppets of Slenderman through murder, and this was all an initiation ritual that would require a blood sacrifice. So Anissa and Morgan told officers by that logic, Peyton had to die, and once Peyton was dead, Slenderman would offer them protection. They actually thought that they were gonna live in a mansion in the forest with Slenderman. Now these girls were minors, right? But despite that, because of the seriousness of the crime, they were actually charged with attempted murder in the first degree the way an adult would. And yeah, that's no mistake, attempted murder, because luckily Peyton did not die. And yeah, that concludes this episode of FTD News in History. Now, before you guys go, if you enjoyed this video, here's an episode of horror movies that were actually inspired by true events. There's also this episode on the Black-Eyed Kids. Apparently, these spirits would appear and look like children. I'm warning you ahead of time with that one. Until next time, I'm Leroy Kenton. Boom. I'm out.